Ah, journeying through the winter, are we? Well, shall I, Noah the Autistic Nutcracker, tell you a story? Well, first of all, the fruit of the Spirit must be kindness. Joining in the fruit comes with the help from showing empathy, compassion, forgiveness, love, and tenderness, all of which makes kindness. Jesus has it all throughout his life. We all know stories of him, especially in the Bible, that being scriptures. However, there are 4 scriptures that everyone should be wise to look out for. Galatians 5:22-23 has the cheek to say, when we live by the Spirit, kindness becomes a natural part of who we are. Ephesians 4:32 tells us, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Proverbs 19:17 urges compassion and kindness towards those in need, equating it to leading to the Lord. And finally, Galatians 6:10 gives its speech, therefore, as we have the opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong in the family of faith. Just by hearing that, we should do this too. There are also 2 phrases. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and always help others when they need it. Jesus does so all the time. Think of a lighthouse. Lighthouses shine bright lights at the ships at sea so that they can find their way around safely without crashing into rocks. They also have foghorns mounted in. They blast the foghorns to help the ships know when they're nearer and nearer to the rocks. And with both of them, the light and the horn, they guide the ships in safely home. Jesus, he is also that way. Like a lighthouse, he himself is known as light of the world. He helps us whenever we need it, though there are times when the lighthouse does malfunction or even run out of power. Jesus does not. Jesus always shines his light and never ever fails. In skydiving, especially in tandem jumps, are not really as scary as you think. Instructors there have lots of kindness to help newcomers do their first jump safely. Just before their first skydive, they would give training in detail-oriented ways. If you're asking, do you ever get the feeling in your stomach on downward movements, that sinking feeling you get on a roller coaster ride? Well, skydiving, especially the free fall, doesn't do that at all, because you're jumping out of a fast-moving object, an airplane in addition to the wind itself. So you gradually accelerate. Yes, there are parachutes. They are located on special yet sturdy duffel bags called rigs. Instructors kindly include the rigs, giving all the information during the rigorous training. That's what I call a true pun with a true fact. Anyways, these strong duffel bags house the main parachute inside. The parachutes are there to deploy very gently and slow your fall. Instructors deploy them during tandem jumps. However, there is a second parachute in each rig called a reserve parachute, also known as your backup. These last resorts deploy automatically when the main chute fails. Just like other sports, risks can also occur. There can be malfunctions in the main chutes, in which case can occur in about 1 in 1,000 jumps. Hard landings are another thing. Injuries there can occur during landing, especially if you don't use proper landing techniques. Colliding with other skydivers can occur mid-air, which is mid-air collisions. Some health conditions, such as diabetes, heart problems, asthma, and some of motion sickness, along with shoulder pain and back pain, can increase the risk of injury. Exiting the aircraft mid-flight can cause bumps, bruises, or scrapes. The injuries that are most common, however, are to the lower extremities and lumbar spine. There are reasons that risks are affected, like inexperienced skydivers are at high risk of injury. Malfunctioning equipment, not following safety protocols, and smoking in your harness all increase the risk of injuries. Tandem skydiving also has risks as well. Although rare, parachute malfunctions can also occur there, requiring the use of a reserve parachute. While also rare, injuries to ankles, back, or shoulders can occur during free fall or landing. often due to improper technique or hard landings. Pre-existing medical conditions or motion sickness can pose a risk. Weather conditions and equipment failures can also contribute to risk, but are limited by rigorous safety protocols. Instructor credentials, training, and adherence to safety protocols can also play a crucial role in the safe skydive. While skydiving itself is a statistically safe sport, tandem skydiving is statistically a much safer way to experience this kind of sport compared to other types of parachute jumps. Over the past decade, tandem skydiving has reported one fatality per 500,000 jumps, which translates to a fatality rate of 0.002% for every 1,000 jumps. Therefore, the risks are in fact a lot smaller than a microscopic object. There are also ways to reduce the risks. Always listen to and stay with your instructor. Always be aware of your surroundings, and if the equipment is at an uncomfortable setting, always ask your instructor to adjust the equipment. Back to the subject of parachutes, Jesus himself is also like a parachute, well minus the rare malfunctions and failures. He is what we could call the ultimate parachute that helps us safely and steady our fall when trouble arises. Then there is Christmas, where children and even adults alike believe in Santa Claus. He brings treasures and toys to good girls and boys, and does so out of kindness. The elves make the toys, wrap them up into paper boxes and gifts and presents, and hitch them all up in the large bag at the rear of the sleigh, and Santa takes the presents to our homes, so we'll know when they arrive. There is something that I need to say. It is a long story, but it is true in reality, and well worth hearing. There are people in the world who never had any happiness at all, even since childbirth, including those born unhealthy or with diseases. There are people in the world who never had any special celebrations. Believe it or not, this includes Halloween, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and Easter Day. Oh my! Leading up to this, there are people out there who are poor and needy. Less fortunate, that is. People who don't have or never once had a home, as considered homeless. This isn't really a pun though, this is serious. People who don't have any heat, even in winter. People who are in poverty. People who are starving with no food around. And people who are orphans, who lost their parents in death, who were very sick, who were treated poorly, abused, or even rejected by their own family. Oh dear. Or any other reasons imaginable. No joke, as someone with autism, I sense all those feelings in a rather unique way. Even though I myself am not poor or needy, everyone wants a reason to live, and they need it more than being poor. However, we must know that there is hope, but not infinitely though. There are moments where hope would be lost, but that doesn't mean that they're gone forever. There are organizations that help with that. I myself was a Boy Scout and still am today, just an Eagle Scout. I am also a member of the Kiwanis Club. I became an angel to the poor and needy. I have sent them checks in the mail, bought them something to eat. I even went out of my way hosting and even doing many fundraising events like the annual Christmas Angel Festival at the town square, the blood drive at school, and even the polar bear plunge when we get in the water even around cold temperatures. And let me tell you something. If you ever see someone in school or out on the streets, someone who is either struggling in life, struggling to make friends, who were rejected from friendships, who don't have any money, who recently lost or don't have a home, who don't have any parents or recently lost them, who eats a meal alone, who lost any valuables, or in worst cases imaginable, who is being bullied, who was bullied for that matter, who is an orphan, especially under foster care, who is terminally ill, who has mental illness, drinking more alcohol than usual, hurting or abusing either the person, self, or others, or even making a suicide attempt. Oh, the indignity, that's overboard right there. Well, take my advice. It is not enough for us just to be good. We also have to do good. Ask yourself, What would I do to make the world a cleaner, safer, better, and happier place? What would I do to make a change? What would I do to make a difference? And what would I do to help someone along the way? Even though it may be easier saying them than doing them. Just do it. Be a leader. Be a warrior. Say hi to them. Put a smile on your face as you turn the other cheek. Include them. Sit with them while eating a meal. Care for your enemies and pray for them. Humble yourself, saying, "Love is always by my side, staring back at me." Even in the most difficult phases, we need to press on and do it. You're not alone, though. Lots of organizations, including Boy and Girl Scouts of America, Compassion International, Meals on Wheels, the Kiwanis Club, Random Acts of Kindness, Christian-based organizations, including FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Angel Tree, Good Samaritan Ministries, and lots more of those organizations show up right out of the blue. Kindness always wins, even by over a long shot. There's always people out there who have lifelong stress. If someone is lonely with no one to talk to, always be by their side, not just as a caregiver or even as a friend, but also as a neighbor or family figure. If they need help, always be there and give it to them. If someone is in physical or emotional pain, comfort them and say, "Everything is going to be all right. Don't let your heart be troubled. You are not going to be alone." It may be emotional for whom you help, but believe me, that is how you make the world a better place. Even Jesus knows that, and he says so too. Even if we do come into contact with danger, or maybe even want thousands of dangers, we must take courage and bravery at heart with kindness, because we're not just going to be good, we're going to do good. Now, I have a song that I really, really like, my top favorite one at that. It's called "The Light of the World" by music artist Daigle. I loved it so much that I showed it to my friends. They all listened to it and loved it entirely. I, as an autistic director, will be showing many of you this song. We practiced it a lot, and now we're ready to perform it to you. I know that you'll be touched, but believe me, you will enjoy it. Yes, the fruit of the Spirit. It must be kindness. Now, just like Jesus, let us all bring glory to the light of the world. Hello everyone, it's me Sheldon. We thank you for watching our performances from The Incredible-Singing-Christmas-Mantel, The Fruits of the Spirit. We always enjoy having you around with us. You are always welcome to like our videos, including this one. Comment down below on how much you enjoyed the videos, share our videos with friends online, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. For notifications, you can also turn on the bell icon for future uploads. Thank you all for stopping by, and we hope to see you again soon. May God be with you. Amen.